Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, United Kingdom. Good morning, United States of America. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Brazil. Good morning, Cuba. Good morning, Mexico. Good morning, Switzerland. Good morning, Sweden. Good morning, Johannesburg. Good morning, South Africa. Good morning, Zimbabwe. Good morning, Namibia. Good morning, Amsterdam. Good morning, Luxembourg. Good morning, Asia. Good morning, United Arab Emirates. Good morning, Saudi Arabia. Good morning, Cairo. Good morning to all my viewers across the globe of the world. My name is Ibiroke Olasunbonwoluwa, popularly called Yeye Omigbebileke across the globe of the world. Yes, I am Oloko priestess from the city of Iyami, Ota in Ogun State, southwestern part of Nigeria. Yes, I am the priestess in charge of Omigbebileke International Center for Olokun and Orisha. Good morning to you according to your GMT wherever you are. This morning I have an important story to share with you. It's a true life story. It's the story of one particular young lady called OMIPELOLA. 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 In a small town near the banks of the Osun River, a child was born on a Friday morning. Her parents named her OMIPELOLA, meaning that my joy has wealth. From infancy, she was surrounded by the chants of Ifa, the songs of the Iyami, and the colorful festivals of the Orisha. Her grandmother, Iya Ifemi, was a devoted priestess of Osun. Every year, Omipemilola will watch with fascination as women in yellow adorn themselves with beads and Ide Osun, and watch them as they sing, their feet beating the ground like an ancestral drum. Her grandmother will whisper, "Omipemilola, you are a child of destiny. Orisha walks with you. Never ever forget it." But as the child grew, modernity crept into her world. Christianity spread across her town with churches, bright choirs, beautiful music, and pastors declaring deliverance from idol worshiping. At 14, Omipemilola's father, eager to appear modern, insisted that his family begin attending church. The pastor in that church preached fire against Orisha worship, calling them demons. One Sunday after service, the pastor laid hands on her, Omipelola, and declared, "You are no more Omipelola, you are Anne. The Lord has given you a new identity. Forget the darkness of your ancestors." The congregation shouted a loud amen, and so Omipemilola became Anne. At first, she embraced it with excitement. In church, she was praised for her beautiful singing voice. She became part of the choir, always standing in front, her voice rising like incense. She stopped attending Osun festivals. She hid the beads her grandmother had given her, and whenever her grandmother sang old chants, Anne would shut her mind and her ears against the sound. Her grandmother's eye dimmed with sorrow, but she never forced her. She would only say, "Orisha does not force anyone. Orisha waits. I am sure they will wait." Anne moved to Lagos for her university education. She was determined to succeed. To show that she didn't need idols, she studied banking and finance and dreamt of working in one of the biggest firms in Nigeria. But life in Lagos was not kind. After graduation, jobs became very scarce. She attended interview upon interview, prayed in church, sowed seeds, fasted for 40 days, but rejection letters filled her inbox. At 26, she fell in love with a man in her church. They planned to get married, but one day he disappeared without explanation. Weeks later, she discovered that he had traveled abroad with another woman. Her heart shattered. She turned deeper into Christianity. OMIPELOLA believed her suffering was a test of her faith. She poured all her money into church, paying tithes, offerings, sowing prophetic seeds. Pastors promised her breakthroughs, but year later, she began to despair. But year in, year out, nothing changed. By 30, she was broke, jobless, and living in a single room in Lagos Island. One night, after crying herself to sleep, Anne had a dream. She saw herself standing beside a vast golden river. A woman with long braided hair, dressed in flowing yellow gown, emerged from water. Her skin glistened like the morning sun. The woman said, "OMIPELOLA, why do you hide your name? You are mine. Come home." Anne woke up in fear. She prayed against the dream, calling it an attack from marine spirit. She fasted for days, but the dream returned again after the third day. Then the dream will return again and again and again, each time stronger. Finally, she called her mother in the village. Her mother sighed deeply and said, "You cannot run from who you are. That was Oshu calling you. Speak to your grandmother." Reluctantly, Anne traveled back to her hometown. She had not visited that town in years. Her grandmother, now very old but still radiant, welcomed her, hugged her tight with tears, and whispered in her ear, "I have been waiting." They went to the shrine of Oshu. The air smelled of honey and flowers. Drums echoed in the background, and women danced with calabashes on their heads. When Anne entered, she felt a strange warmth flood her body. Her grandmother tied yellow beads around her waist and whispered ancient incantation. That night, she dreamt again of the golden river. This time, the woman smiled and said, "Now you are home, OMIPELOLA." When she awoke, she felt peace, the kind of peace that she has ever experienced so many years back. Watch out for part 2 of the stories.